let me first start by saying that I think in this hall we will all agree now that that statement made by the Honourable Minister that this year, 2020, is the year of gas, is no longer a buzzword. Listening to the contributions in this, from this panel, because last year when we had the discussions around making this year 2020 year of gas, we looked at the national gas policy and of course looked towards the implementation of the national gas policy, and we said, yes, we have an issue of infrastructural deficit. Yes, we have issues around pricing. Yes, we have issues around gas flaring, and as well as the network code that was launched yesterday. And we begin to say, how do we begin to bring in investors to play in this gas space if we actually want to say this year is actually the year of gas? And we begin to run these narratives. And so you can see that the CEO of Gas and Power will speak to the huge investment that are coming in with respect to gas infrastructure, and then we've launched the network code. Now, what the network code will do in the coming months will be that it has given investors confidence to come and begin to flood the CEO Gas and Power office to say, we want to build gas pipelines and begin to take tariffs so that the business will begin to thrive. Now, one of the speakers mentioned that gas flaring, the volumes are low and there is low small-scale investment. The truth of the matter is that we need every molecule of gas and energy to run this country. Now, I'll put it into context. Our gas utilization in the country is around 750, 800 million scf per day. And in this country, we flare on a daily basis around 750 million scf of gas, which means we could double our power utilization. So gas flaring is not something we should just gloss over. Now, if you look at our domestic utilization, it's around 450 million scf of gas per day, which means we could triple our domestic gas utilization. Now, and so if we ignore gas flaring, one thing I want to tell us here is that while we're looking to having sustainable livelihood, we want all the energy. If you allow gas to keep flaring, it affects your health, it affects your life. Mind you, it's not going to affect only those in the Niger Delta because there's no boundary in the air. So that is why it is a climate change issue. And so what we do with the design of the gas flare commercialization, of course, across the 178 gas flare locations in the Niger Delta, is that let's look at, yes, indeed, pipeline is the most preferred option of transportation, but globally there are scalable, skid-mounted, plug-and-play virtual pipeline like the Greenville LNG is running on that we can deploy to this heater to difficult terrain, and which is why we went into commercialization and inviting competent third parties that will come and bid for these flares and, of course, have some connection agreement with the producers. And we've made tremendous progress. As we speak now, the request for proposal package has been issued to the over 200 qualified applicants that will now submit their proposal on how to utilize the flare gas. Next week, Monday, the 17th, the Department of Petroleum Resources with the Ministry of Petroleum Resources will be having a bidders conference to try to provide some clarity around the request for proposal package. And that way now, by the time we move to award of preferred bidders, we will be able to look to unlocking around 3,000 megawatts of electricity that will contribute to socio-economic development in the country. If we're able to unlock those flare gas, we will be contributing around $1 billion GDP to the nation's economy. And then we'll be triggering around 300,000 direct and indirect jobs for the country to, again, alleviate people from poverty and create jobs for people. Now, in terms of the Honourable Minister's drive towards LPG penetration, again, with the inauguration of the Nigerian Gas Expansion Program, the Nigerian Gas Flare Commercialization Program is looking to potentially unlock around 600,000 metric tons of LPG that will give around 6 million households clean energy, which kicks into the Sustainable Development Goals. And it is the only program, the NGFCP, is the only program of government that ticks 15 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals anywhere in the world. And that is why other gas-flaring nations are beginning to replicate our template that the World Bank has given to them to see that they too begin to progress with that. Thank you.
Thank you.